All right, so I just saw Final Destination Bloodlines, and I really liked it. This is, I believe, the first Final Destination movie we've had since 2011, like 14 years ago, which is crazy. This is a franchise that's made an entire generation afraid to drive behind a truck carrying logs or pretty much anything else. So when you go see a movie like Final Destination, this is not the kind of movie that you're going into and expecting to see like Shakespeare, right? You know what this movie is, you know what it's about. What we want the movie to do is deliver fun, intricate, elaborate kills, and this movie does just that. So even though this is the sixth film in the Final Destination franchise, I found that they did some really unique things that made this movie still seem fresh and stand out from the rest. So the plot is pretty standard. You have a group of people who kind of cheat death. They live when they weren't supposed to, so then death comes after them. So in this movie, that's still kind of the case, but it looks at, having one character cheat death, and then it looks at what happens if that character survives and kind of keeps cheating death. They have kids and grandkids, and then you get to a point where there's this whole family that isn't really supposed to exist. And I thought that was a really interesting little spin they put on the premise. Is the plot a little bit thin? Is some of the dialogue a little shaky? Maybe, but the story to these kinds of movies is really just meant to be a vehicle for delivering you these kills. And this movie knows what it is. It doesn't try to do anything else or be anything more. It delivers on giving you those satisfying and kind of gory kills. I'd say this movie is really kind of like a dark horror comedy. It was actually like a lot funnier than I thought. I can't remember if the older movies were more comedic too. Maybe they were and I'm just not remembering it right, but this one was like very funny as well. Is this movie gonna win any awards? No. Are people gonna be talking about this movie in the next couple years? Probably not. But it's a fun little movie. It's a good like popcorn flick. It delivers exactly what you expect it to, exactly what you want from this kind of movie. And I definitely recommend you go and see it. If you're a fan of the Final Destination franchise, if the trailers interest you at all, I think this movie is going to deliver exactly what you are expecting for this kind of movie. But those are just my thoughts. I enjoyed this movie. I'm curious to hear what you thought. Hop down in the comments and let me know. And with that said, guys, I'm out of here.